fictitious, a fictitious name, a fictitious character, a fictitious account, a fictitious story, fictitious assets, a fictitious address, create a fictitious alibi, fictitious entities, a purely fictitious scenario. Imaginary, an imaginary friend, an imaginary world, imaginary fears, imaginary numbers, an imaginary line, live in an imaginary past, imaginary ailments, an imaginary dialogue, draw an imaginary boundary. Fabricated, fabricated evidence, a fabricated story, fabricated charges, a completely fabricated report, fabricated data, fabricated excuses, accused of fabricating results, a fabricated identity, easily fabricated claims. Made up, a made-up story, a made-up name, a made-up excuse, made-up characters. It's all made up, a made-up alibi, made-up dialogue, a completely made-up scenario, tell made-up tales. Assumed, an assumed name, an assumed identity, an assumed accent, his assumed cheerfulness, an assumed air of indifference, under an assumed title, an assumed expression of surprise, an assumed attitude of humility, an assumed voice. False, a false identity, false information, a false alarm, false teeth, a false bottom, give a false impression, make a false statement, a false sense of security, under false pretenses. Counterfeit, counterfeit money, counterfeit goods, a counterfeit passport, counterfeit documents, detect counterfeit currency, a counterfeit signature, sell counterfeit products, counterfeit art, arrested for counterfeiting. Bogus, a bogus claim, bogus identification, a bogus company, bogus credentials, a bogus excuse, bogus charges, a bogus website, sell bogus software. It's completely bogus. Mythical, a mythical creature, a mythical land, mythical heroes, a mythical beast, of mythical proportions, the mythical city of El Dorado, mythical origins, a mythical figure, almost mythical status. Invented, an invented story, invented excuses, an invented character, a newly invented word, invented evidence, an invented alibi, an entirely invented scenario. He invented the whole tale, an invented tradition,